Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for May 29th. May 29th is the 149th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 150th in leap years, with 216 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is alla prima. Alla prima is a method of painting in which pigments are laid in on a single application instead of being built up by repeated paintings. Alla prima is often used in a wet method of oil painting and is often called direct painting. In the alla prima technique, you complete an entire painting in 1 or 2 sessions without waiting for the paint layers to dry completely. The term alla prima comes to us from Italian and it means at once. While the alla prima painting technique was pioneered by Flemish artist Frans Hals, who lived from 1582 to 1666, the first documented use of the term alla prima is 1823. I could probably do a whole video on alla prima, but right now it's just today's words, so we'll move on. There is a link in the show notes to more information about the alla prima technique and method of painting if you're interested in that sort of thing. It gives some good information. So for now, I think we'll move on and say that I'd like to take a moment to mention that links to my research are included in the show notes and ask you to go ahead and click that like button. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with others. You can do that with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. And with that, we're going to start in the year 1453 when Ottoman armies under Sultan Mehmed il-Fatih captured Constantinople after a 53-day siege, ending the Byzantine Empire. This is the birthday of American lawyer and politician and first governor of Virginia, Patrick Henry, old Mr. Give Me Liberty or Give Me Death himself. Born May 29, 1736. He lived to the age of 63. Rhode Island was the last of North America's original 13 colonies to ratify the Constitution and become one of the United States on May 29, 1790. Wisconsin was admitted as the 30th state on May 29, 1848. On May 29, 1886, the pharmacist John Pemberton placed his first advertisement for Coca-Cola in the Atlanta Journal. This is the birthday of American journalist and author Frederick Schiller Faust, born May 29, 1892. He wrote under a variety of pseudonyms, one of which was Max Brand. As Max Brand, he wrote Western stories and also created a fictional character known as the intern Dr. James Kildare, about whom a 1960s TV series was made. Frederick Faust lived to the age of 51. This is the birthday of actor, singer, and producer Bob Hope, born on May 29, 1903. That old darling lived to the age of 100. This is the birthday of 35th President of the United States, John F. Kennedy, born May 29, 1917. He was, as probably everyone knows, tragically assassinated at the age of 46. This is the birthday of American race car driver Al Unser, born May 29, 1939. Still alive, Al turns 81 in 2020. On May 29, 1953, Edmund Hillary and Sherpa Tenzing Norgay became the first people to reach the summit of Mount Everest. This is the birthday of the 5th and middle child of the musical Jackson family, Toya Jackson, born May 29, 1956. Toya turns 64 in 2020. The Space Shuttle Discovery completed the first docking with the International Space Station on May 29, 1999. The National World War II Memorial was dedicated in Washington, D.C. on May 29, 2004. And that's all I have for you today. Hope you learned something that you didn't know before. I know I sure did. I always do. As always, links to my research are included in the show notes. Thank you so much for watching. Give it a like if you enjoyed this video. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to check out my other channel, 8 Susquehanna. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. We'll start from the beginning. Do that again. Columbus signed the it's a mouthful. Archaeologist. Thank goodness for editing. And we'll probably leave that part out. I don't know how all that's going to go together, or if it's even going to make it to the video. We'll just see. That's not going to go. Yeah, we're going to cut those out. That'll all be laying on the cutting room floor. So I'll just do that whole thing over. That might not make it into the video. We'll see. Changing it up.